Your name and were you called something different in your native country?
My name is Emily-Maor and that's my name in Israel too. Here some people have trouble pronouncing it, but the people who know me know how to pronounce it.
What did you come for and why?
I came to study in the US and played college tennis. I came to still compete in tennis, but get a good education.
What year did you come to the US?
2005, August 2005.
Where did you enter to the United States?
Where did I enter? I entered in New York. I believe it was probably JFK.
How old were you when you came?
I was 22, and I've been to the US before competing in tournaments, but when I was 14. So, but to come study, I came at 22.
What was the first state you lived in when you came?
First state was Iowa. That's where my school was. So I lived in Des Moines, Iowa.
Did you have any relatives when you came to the US?
No.
What was the first new food you had tried when you came to the US?
It was in New York, and my friend took me, I remember this, and we went to a Mexican restaurant, and I had guacamole. It was awesome.
You had plain guacamole?
No, this is the appetizer was guacamole. And I was like, wow, this is awesome. Because I like avocado before, but I never ate guacamole.
What mode of transportation did you use to come?
A plane.
What was the first thing you saw when you arrived in the US?
First thing I saw, it's the airport in JFK, and I had to go through security and get my passports, all my documents. But then the city of New York is amazing.
Did you have to learn English, or did you already know?
No, I already knew English, not as well as I speak now, but we studied since 4th grade in Israel. We studied English.
What did English sound like when you came to you?
It sounded different than my language. Probably when my accent was a lot deeper back then, because I was used to speaking Hebrew. We have a lot of cha, and we speak more from the throat. So the first thing that comes to mind is English, is how you pronounce your R. Like my name is Maor, but here I'm Maor.
How did you adapt to your new home?
It took a while. It was hard the first semester to get used to listening in class and translating in my head, to listening to the teachers at school. But after one semester I kind of got used to it.
Did you speak any other languages besides Hebrew and English?
My mom's from Holland, so I used to speak Dutch, but I forgot that. But I speak Hebrew and English. English is my second language.
Did any of your family members or relatives come with you when you came?
No, I came by myself.
Do you remember your address of your first home or apartment?
It was the dorms, freshman dorms. They called Crawford. I forgot the address.
What was the first store you went to?
In the U.S., my first store. Walmart. It's a big shock.
What did you think of it?
I thought, wow, this is huge. I never seen such a big store.
What was it like being in a state?
In the state? In the United States?
Yeah. No, like what was it like being in a state other than Mexico?
It was good. You know, I landed in New York, and that's like amazing. Then I went to Iowa, which was a little different, but I really liked the people there, so they were really nice.
How long have you been in the United States?
I've been probably 7 years.
Did you go to school after you came? If so, how was it difficult being in such a new place?
I go to schools. Yeah, I came to college, to the Drake University, and so yeah, it was pretty difficult in the beginning, but you know, it was hard to write and read in English, but I was fine. I got used to it after one semester.
What was your first job?
My first job would probably be teaching tennis. I mean, during school my job was to play tennis. That's why I got a scholarship. I remember I also worked a little bit. I did like valet parking one time at school, and I worked a little bit in the rec center of the school.
How long did it take you to get to the U.S.?
It took me probably 11-hour flight.
How long before you felt like you fit in?
At the beginning I was very homesick. It was a little difficult, but I stopped kind of missing. I still miss home, but when I met my future wife, that's where I started to stop being homesick, and she also helped me adapt to the U.S. So,
what was your favorite activity you learned or started in the U.S.?
My favorite activity? Probably it would, you know, I came and I never knew anything about football or baseball, so it was, and just seeing how big sport is in the U.S., that was so much fun. How, you know, I started watching football, I learned the rules, and it's fun.
Were jobs different or similar between the two countries?
The jobs?
Yeah.
In Israel, I think jobs are kind of similar. I taught some tennis in Israel, and it was pretty similar to here. Other jobs I did, I mean, I worked a little bit in the factory in my place, but that wasn't a real, you know, I didn't do that for a long time. Because I mostly play tennis, so.
What was the first friend you made?
First friend I made, it's probably my teammates in the university, the tennis team. Because, you know, you travel a lot with them all over the Midwest. Or my first friend probably was my roommate, who also came from New Zealand. So we were both freshmen. So we you know, we had a lot in common. So.
Are you still friends?
Yeah.
Who was your best friend back home?
Back home, I have a friend. I come from a kibbutz, so I have a lot of people I grew up with. One of them, his name is Yoash, and since childhood we're best friends, and we're still friends.
Do you still communicate with them?
Yeah, you have Skype, you have Messenger, you have phone. So, yeah. Is it done? Thank you.
Nice doing business with you.